Hey, this is Rusty Walker with NASRC. I'm sitting with a couple of dudes who have just gotten their first CO2 booster system, and I'm going to quit talking. I'm going to let them tell you about why they're in the trade and how they got, and what do they think about this new booster system that they're going to be getting. All right, here we go.
My name is Julian Archuleta. I've been a technician for 2.5 years. Previously to me jumping over on this side of refrigeration I was a store manager for a chain here in Colorado, and the reason why I made the switch is because I wanted to get into a trade and actually work with my hands and use more than just my brain and try to figure out how to fix things and get things to work. I enjoy my decision. I look forward to the years coming. The CO2 system is very intricate. Little concerning as far as the pressures, but the more you learn about it, the better off you are on how to handle situations and how to navigate through the possibilities that could occur. Definitely excited. I can't wait to actually dig more into the system. But that's a little bit about me.
How did you get in the trade? How did you get to become a refrigeration mechanic?
I was actually in the stores, and I would always see the techs come in, and they would tell me, come to the dark side. And I put it off for about 4 years, and because obviously when you're a store manager, the carrot's good, but it's not that good. And finally, I made the decision of just making that switch, and it came with the pay cut at the beginning, but I'm well off making more than I was, and don't regret any second. I wish I would have did it 4 or 5 years ago when I actually got the offer. So.
Do you like the challenge of things being broken and now you get to fix it and you're the superhero when you fix it?
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is about it is once you see something that's not working properly and you diagnose it and you get your hands into it and you get it fixed, it's rewarding because not only did you save the day, the store does not pull product, you learn something from that mistake as well, or that repair that you did.
And it's automatic gratification when you fix it, ain't it?
Yeah, it's definitely, you have your days. You go home defeated, and you kick yourself in the ass like, what could have I did different? But then you have your days where you go home feeling proud. You head high, you go talk about it with your wife and your kids, and it's definitely rewarding at times. Majority of the time, it's rewarding.
Sometimes your wife and kids know more about refrigeration than they should.
They're starting to, for sure. They really are.
and your wife tries to be cool about it, but after a while, she's like, "Yeah, I don't care anymore."
You explain how the system is because they sort of ask you a question. You go off and you're naming components of compressors. She doesn't know, but she's engaged, and she talks about her work with me too, and she gives that respect back to me, and she actually genuinely cares, and she's happy that I'm happy now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, next victim.
Victim, I like it.
Forcing y'all to be on the podcast.
My name's Sean Bynes. Man, I never in a million years thought I'd end up in this field, in a blue-collar field, let alone. I wanted to be a chef for the longest time. Came out of high school thinking, I'm gonna go to New York. I'm gonna be working with Gordon Ramsay. I'm gonna be doing these kind of things. And then I started thinking about it, man. It's like I'm losing time out with my family. I'm losing time out with on the holidays because guess what? You're there. You're gonna be cooking, that kind of thing. So I started working in a grocery field, retail. Became a deli manager, did that for about 12 years or so. And then I started thinking, man, I don't know how any of this works. And this, there's great days and there's bad days being a deli manager, but more days than not, it's bad. And they come up with rules and regulations about, you're going to slice this meat and it's going to take you this amount of time. And if you're over that, that's coming out of your time, not mine. So I tried for about 5 years to come over to the blue collar side, the dark side, as Julian put it. And
remember, we have cookies in refrigeration.
Yes.
And ice cream.
Well, I started in mechanical first. They don't have cookies over there, but I worked for a year in mechanical for the grocery store that I had been a deli manager for, and I heard a book from David Goggins, and it was talking about embracing the suck and getting out of your rut, getting out of your routine, and learning something new. And I've always wanted to learn something new. I love working with my hands and things of those natures. So I applied for a refrigeration tech, and I've been doing this for about 7 years now. And man, I wish I would have done this so much sooner than 36 But you know what?
How old were you when you went to refrigeration?
36.
Dude, that is so awesome that you left what you were doing at that age and come over to something else. That's awesome, man.
So, you know, I look at a lot of these guys that started when they were 18, and you know they're awesome. They know ins and outs of everything. But the equalizer for all of us is going to be the CO2 booster. I think it's super exciting, but I'm still a little scared over the fact that, you know, as Julian put it out there, was pressures and it is new, and it's, you know, there's not a lot of resource out there like there is for a traditional HFC or a typical refrigeration system. So getting into it and learning it and being on the same level as these guys that have had, you know, decades of experience and working with it. It feels good. It feels good, and I look forward to, you know, moving ahead and learning the new things. And
you like the idea? Does the idea ever enter your head like, dude, I'm not talking about the environment. I'm actually, Freon's the #1 polluter in the world, and you're actually working on something that actually is hands-on, a solution, possibly a solution to that. Does that ever enter your mind?
Absolutely.
That's kind of cool, right?
Right. I mean, giving back. You know, Mother Earth's given plenty to me. It's about time for me to give back to it. So hopefully, you know, we can find better refrigerants and eventually get to the point where, you know,
We can blow and go.
Dude, you learned from class, no go, blow and go.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, my name is CJ. I'm work for the same chain. Worked in the stores. Was department manager and was talking to one of the refrigeration techs in the past. Was kinda talked me into getting into the field and been doing this for over 10 years now. And I'm excited about learning the new system and new CO2.
What's some of the exciting things? When you guys say excited about the CO2, so here's my question to you. Is it the fact that you're working on environmental refrigeration, or is it the fact that it's now different and there's more electronics and there's more things to continue to learn? It's not the same old that you've been doing for 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Which one of those kind of, or is it kind of all of it or whatever? What kind of excites you about it?
You got to sort of look at it this way: is you're looking at an old carbureted vehicle, and as years pass on, you know, the cars that we drive today have more electronics running them, and they're more efficient. They're more reliable. You know what I mean? They're not flooding out like they used to back in the day. But
Reliable.
you know,
Really?
newer ones, yeah, a lot of them.
But see, the cool
But the thing is, though,
go ahead.
it's all computer, which this rack is. It's based off of computer controls, solenoids, everything. It's not mechanical. It's all analog. It's all electronic, and we're able to see everything live. That's going to be the nice thing about it. And
So when you see live, are you talking with your laptop? Or
laptop, yeah, you
Okay.
have to get into the controller, see everything.
So this
live.
ain't a dumb technician thing where you're just working on valves and wrenches, right? You got
No.
computers, controls. I mean, that's kind of exciting, right?
Yep, 100%.
And I want to stay with your example. Like we talk about cars. I had a 289 Ford Mustang, and I could work on everything. I could sit in that engine. There's so much room I could work on. Now I have a Ridgeline. I open the door, I open the hood of the Ridgeline. I just close the Ridgeline and take it to a trained mechanic because
Yeah.
there's no way I can do anything. And that's kind of what we're doing with CO2, right?
Exactly.
We're the mechanics they take the system to.
And the thing is, though, is, you know, your average Joe is not going to just be able to dig into this. They're going to have to do some studying, and they're going to have to do some school work in order to efficiently, you know, diagnose a system like this, which helps our trade. It helps us keep growing and learning, and that's part of it. We signed up for it. We're continuously learning day in and out.
Fantastic. Anything else? Anybody else? All right. Well, I want to thank you guys. I appreciate your time. This is Rusty Walker, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Later.
Later.